Hello, readers, writers, or nerds alike. I'm Valerie, and today we're going to talk about asexuality in literature. Let me start off by saying that this is not going to be one of those videos where I'm like, ban all the sex scenes. This is simply intended to be a video to start a conversation. I want to shed some light on fellow asexuals and give people of other sexual orientations some new perspective they might not have heard before. So you might be asking, what is asexuality? It is defined as having little or no sexual attraction. I don't feel comfortable enough to tell my own story, but let's just say I'm like 99.8% sure this is where I fit. So the first topic we're going to be talking about is recognition. Thankfully, there are starting to be more and more LGBTQ plus characters in literature. However, there's still a lot more progress to be made. Asexual characters are almost non-existent. The only book I can think of is Let's Talk About Love. There are even less characters that just happen to be LGBTQ plus, nonetheless asexual. By which I mean where the plot has nothing to do with their sexuality, but it is still there just as a trait as normal as their eye or hair color. It is to the point where we headcanon characters just so we can feel seen. The importance of this representation is so teens in high schools who are listening to their friends' sex stories and wondering if there's something wrong with them because they just don't see the point, or people who feel like they are obligated that sex is to be expected of them so they don't feel alone. This will also help future partners to have a better understanding, or friends, not to react like asexuality is such a foreign concept. The second topic is sexual scenes in young adult and new adult literature. There are so many genres in the YA and NA literature: contemporary, fantasy, dystopian, etc. Romance is one of them. And with romance typically comes sex scenes. In young adult, it typically breaks off where the clothes are being torn off, whereas in NA, it tends to go a bit further. This is something readers can expect or even look forward to when picking up a solely romance novel. Not all YA and NA romance evolve these types of scenes, but I generally avoid this genre for that reason. These type of scenes pop up in other genres as well. For example, the Shadow Me series is no stranger to a steamy romance, and the ACOTAR series almost prides itself on it. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. From my experience, a scene that has significance, like it's a couple's first time, or to show the level of cheating occurring, and cuts off at a reasonable place, where it doesn't feel like it's dragging, I find exciting. However, when these scenes are in like every 3 chapters or so, I start to get bored. I don't see the point of knowing he can pick the girl up and pin her against the wall, or that he can somehow non-creepily growl in her ear. I begin to not take them seriously anymore, and I just skim through them. Or some find pushing everything off the desk as empowering. I see it as a mess that we just have to clean up later. And where some find that a couple that somehow finds time to be alone in the middle of the world collapsing to be riveting, I just wonder if that's their biggest priority right now. I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels this way either. I can see how this can be an escape for some, or a way to tell them that sex is totally cool to do in a safe, consenting, and understanding environment. And I love that some people love them. But where are the characters that have no intentions or any urgency to do anything, and are happy and accepted as such? Or a couple where sex isn't on either of their minds, and they love it like that. I mean, I think we can show the same examples of, look, this is a couple totally in love, and they get each other, and it's all great, through romantic gestures, like compliments or acts of kindness, things like that. I just want to seriously stress that I don't find sex scenes in most literature wrong in any way. I strongly believe in everyone doing what they want as long as they're happy and not hurting anybody. I just wish there would be more asexual representation in literature, and how I, as an asexual, view sexual scenes in literature to start a conversation. So I hope this was enlightening. I really don't want to offend anybody in any way. You know, do what you want, have fun, all that stuff. I just wish there would be more conversations about this type of thing. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep reading. Bye.